Eat, Play and Stay is proudly brought to you by the Yasawa Island Resort Fiji, the Pullman Bali Legian Nuwana, My Fiji, the Coogee Bay Hotel Sydney, the Comfort Inn Haven Marina, the Sheraton and Western Resorts Fiji, Best Restaurants of Australia gift cards and Top 10 Gourmet Destinations magazine.
Hi and welcome to another episode of Eat, Play and Stay, your weekly whirlwind tour of some of the best places to eat, play and stay from right across Australia. We're here at Melbourne's Meat and Wine Co at Southbank, and this week we have an exclusive behind the scenes tour of some of the most popular wineries in South Australia. We'll also be pulling up a seat at some great Melbourne eateries, but first things first, we're kicking things off in Adelaide at a great restaurant where it's a sure bet that you will have a jolly good time. Follow the winding waterways of the River Torrens through the heart of Adelaide's CBD and you'll be sure to find Jollies Boathouse Restaurant. This place serves up food that looks just as good as their scenic riverside views. So let's climb aboard. Joining us now to have a chat about the restaurant and the menu is Tony, who is one of the owners and the head chef, and James, who is the manager. James, we'll start with you. Tell us a bit about the point of difference and the experience here at Jollies Boathouse Restaurant.
As you can see, we have quite a sensational location. When you couple that with the local and very seasonal produce from Tony in the kitchen and a very smart and polished service, that makes up the core of the package that we offer to our a la carte diners. We also have the ability to do functions here. Waterside weddings are very popular, but also from a corporate standpoint, we can be quite versatile with what we offer.
Tony, you must have so much local produce right on your doorstep. How do you utilise that in your menu?
Yeah, Malia, you're right. We've been absolutely blessed with the fantastic produce in South Australia. From the seafood at the Eyre Peninsula to the Coorong to Kangaroo Island. The seafood, I believe, is second to none in the whole country. Beautiful fresh fruit and vegetables and cheese from the Adelaide Hills, and then of course the fantastic livestock from Barossa and Limestone Coast. This dish here, for example, is a classic Chinese preparation of a tea-smoked duck, where the duck has firstly been salted, then steamed, then smoked, and finally fried on.
Well, Tony, that sounds delicious. Thank you, and James, thank you as well. There you have it, that's Jollies Boathouse Restaurant. You need to put this on your to-do list next time you're in Adelaide.
Give me somewhere to play, show me a place to stay.
Come on an adventure through the vines as we delve into a classic story of the underdog becoming the top dog, or in this case, the top fox. Back in the mid-80s, the soil on this McLaren Vale property was deemed too heavy to produce cultured wines. But 27 years later, Fox Creek Wines in South Australia has become renowned for their top quality drops. Joining us now is winemaker Scott. Scott, tell us about some of the obstacles that you had to overcome 27 years ago with the soil.
Well, the soil preparation was the key to allowing the vines to establish themselves and produce some really fantastic fruit. Our viticulturists also use some alternate trellising systems, and that also help the vines really express themselves.
Fantastic. Well, I think it's time now to take a look at the cellar door. Can you take us over there?
Certainly, follow me.
Great. Scott, you have absolutely gorgeous views out here at the cellar door, and that building is amazing too. Tell us a bit about the history.
Well, the building was built in the 1880s. It was the home to the Malpass family up until the middle of last century. It's now our cellar door, and it's where we conduct our wine tastings and allow people to come and visit us.
Fantastic. And speaking of wine tastings, you've got a few wines or your recommendations for us. Tell us a bit about them.
We make a Verdelho, which is an unusual white variety. It's a rich fruit-driven white wine style, but it goes really well with food. Our Vixen is a sparkling red, and it's a really big, rich red wine with bubbles in it. And a lot of people describe it as a liquid black forest cake.
Oh, lovely.
And then of course our Reserve Shiraz, which is our flagship and our most famous wine. It's Langton's classified and is pretty much the pinnacle of what we can do.
So that's the one people need to ask for?
They certainly do.
So when someone comes to the cellar door, what do they get to experience?
Well, they don't only get to taste our fantastic range of wines, but they also get to sit here in the gardens. We have regional platters on offer as well. There's also an art exhibition which changes every couple of months. We've got sculpture in the gardens. There's a treasure hunt for the kids, so there's plenty to do.
Sounds like there's something for everyone, hey?
Certainly is.
Scott, thank you. That's Fox Creek Wines in McLaren Vale in South Australia. Make sure you put aside a whole weekend and come and check this out for yourself.
Give me somewhere to play, show me a place to stay.
With copious amounts of glorious sunshine, warm sea breezes and the tantalising aromas of sizzling Mediterranean cuisine, you'd be forgiven for thinking that you'd escaped to a Greek island. Well, here at Adelaide's West Lakes, you may not be on a Greek island, but Zacks Restaurant serves up Greek food that's just as good as what you'd receive in Greece. Succulent seafood platters are sure to please those of the piscatorial persuasion. An amazing array of Greek meze selections are perfect for sharing with the family or a bunch of mates. And the wide range of char-grilled marinated meats on offer are sure to hit the spot. No meal is complete without dessert, and diners are spoiled for choice with a stack of homemade sweets, torts and pastries ready to be paired with the bold flavour of traditional Greek coffee. Joining us now is Ellie, who is part of the family here at Zacks Restaurant. Ellie, tell us a bit about the vibe here. From what I'm understanding, it's very family orientated.
It is very family oriented. That's because my dad, my brother and my uncle opened the restaurant about 10 years ago, and we wanted to make it a place where you could bring your family and enjoy the beautiful view, the atmosphere and of course the excellent food.
Absolutely. And I can hear live music in the background. How often does that happen?
That happens on the first Friday of every month. But every Friday night we have our souvla night, which is a really traditional way of barbecuing in Greece. It's basically a big charcoal grill and lots of meat sort of rotating slowly over the top of it so that it falls off the bone. Very nice.
Now I can imagine this would just be the most amazing place to have a private function, like a birthday or a wedding. Do you get a lot of that here?
Yeah, we do. We have lots of big fat Greek weddings and a few big fat non-Greek weddings as well. But we do have a private function room that seats up to 70 people. The main body of the restaurant seats 120, so altogether up to 200 people. So big or small, we have the room.
That's great. Ellie, thank you. Well, there you have it for the ultimate Greek experience in Adelaide. Come down and give Zacks Restaurant a try. Be sure to keep watching because after the break we visit an historical Barossa Valley winery that's been a South Australian institution for more than 160 years. So stay tuned.